Right.
There it is. Live now. Okay. Oh man. Anybody tired?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No?
No.
So-so?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not tired, but I'm like tired. You know? Like I'm not tired, but I'm tired.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a different type of tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired, but I'm not tired.
We got a long day tomorrow though. So we got to meet at 8 in the lobby. And
Yeah.
then we have to be on the subway at 9.
8 sharp.
And we got to be there by 10:30. So that's going to buy us about, we'll be there about 20 minutes early, I'm hoping.
Could we bring with us the cameras?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. But have a camera bag and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like.
You definitely want the cameras because after. So what we're doing tomorrow is we're going out to East New York. We're going to spend the entire day with the school. You'll be participating in their classes. Then they're going to have lunch for you guys. And then after that, I think they're going to set up a session like you just experienced now where they're students in you and you're going to intermingle and interact and stuff like that. After we're done there, we're going to take the train back to the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm going to take you guys to see the promenade. Then that's where you shoot, have a lot of film. Then we'll walk over to Brooklyn Bridge, have dinner in the South Street Seaport, and then we're going to head home. Yep.
Yeah. How old are these kids?
This is the high school.
High school. Okay.
So they're the exact same age as
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And for how long are we going to stay there?
The whole day.
The whole
So
day?
10:30 to 10.
6 or something.
10.
No, to 3, 4.
It's well, I didn't write it down. 10:30, maybe
Got it
3:30.
on your map.
No, it's 10:30 to 3:30,
Yeah.
and then we do promenade and dinner and all that. So we're home around 9 o'clock tomorrow. All right,
Yeah.
Okay.
maybe 9, 10 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah.
What about, no,
Some updates, great news. So the, which one was this?
Harlem?
Yeah.
Interest for success.
No.
What?
K-Span Energy.
Yeah. The soup kitchen has said yes to Aftenposten.
Oh,
Yay.
So that's fantastic. And Aftenposten is beyond happy because while we were gone today, he called me twice, pissed off. Not at me, just like, give me an update. But I can't update him until the soup kitchen went through all their ranks. And they finally said yes. So Aftenposten has asked, we'll be there for the soup kitchen, and they asked to be there for the boys club.
awesome.
Both?
Both. The boys club doesn't want them to take any pictures of anybody's face.
Alright.
So they want to just have you guys interacting with different people.
Yeah.
So now Aftenposten is bouncing off the walls happy.
I'm able to bring my audio recorder, right?
You can bring everything. You can bring audio is fine. It's just video, pictures of faces.
Yeah. So we can still bring with us the cameras.
Yes.
But not take.
Exactly. Same thing, just like today.
Yeah.
And then some bad news, disappointment. Mike, the guy who set up the whole thing with East New York tomorrow, will not be able to join us. He's going to a gala ball and dinner at the New York Hilton here for, you have to be in a tuxedo and all that. And he just found out today he has to go to that, so he won't be able to join us. So, things like that happen, But things are working out, things, the Aftenposten thing is, I think is really important, not just for you, but it's important for Norway. People have to see what you've done and what you're doing and what you're experiencing. It's just important. This is so unique, right? You're 6 out of 1,000. And that Aftenposten article is going to explain to 5 million. And it's important that people feel what you understand. What do you guys think about today? What do you think about the park, Thompson Square Park?
Oh,
the village?
so
I've never been
amazing.
so peaceful
Yeah.
in my whole life.
It was so pretty.
I think I went to. Did I sleep? I think I.
You slept for like 5 minutes or something.
We were on the bench, and I'm just relaxing. It was so comfortable.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I was like homeless with my head cocked to the side, sleeping.
It was so relaxing.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And yet we had hula hoop girl.
Yeah,
Mm.
and
The
the
squirrels.
band.
The squirrels.
The
They were so close to us.
Yeah.
And the dog.
People around there were so nice too,
Was it?
I talked to a lot of different people around there. when
Yeah, I
was
saw
working
you.
there.
I was like,
Yeah.
You left. You said I'm gonna go take a picture. Half hour, 45 minutes later, you came back. You were just talking to everybody in the damn park.
Yeah. They were also nice.
Yeah.
All that crap about New York is all crap, right? But I mean, that park, there's something special about that park. Because we started off in the beginning where the squirrels were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we
the homeless
moved.
dude came, and then
Huh? What?
The homeless dude came, yeah. Then we moved,
Did you?
and we went to
We
the
went
guys
down.
playing jazz,
yeah.
and that was beautiful. I mean, that was incredible music,
Yeah.
right? Not charging anything, and then we sat there for a while, and then
No,
we
we didn't.
no
we didn't
behind
sit
them. Was
With the
that
dogs.
we sat near the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember
and
the
then we
dogs?
walked around the block.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw that baby puppy getting eaten by the big Great Dane or something.
Yeah.
That was after.
There,
yeah.
that
was
was
after.
after.
That was
That
dramatic.
after.
That was.
That scared the shit out of
Yeah.
me.
Poor puppy.
And we walked for 5 minutes through that park, and we experienced like 3 different things, all within that little park. It's not a very big park,
No.
but you had all these different energies and all these different things happening, right?
Mm.
One's high, low, but it's all beautiful. Everything's
Wow.
in synergy.
The Birdman was there.
Yeah.
And
That
then-
was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Birdman.
Me.
How do you explain that
Yeah.
to someone?
He
Yeah,
had
yeah.
names for the individual bits.
Rex.
Birds and squirrels. And they actually came to him. When they
I
were
thought that was like they were shooting a movie and they were joking with us.
Yeah.
But that man was serious. He was like, what did he say? Mia, come on, Mia. Mia. Right?
He was like,
That was
Mia.
freaky. And the damn thing came.
No,
He was like, Mia, if you don't come down, I'm gonna hate you.
Did he say that? Yeah.
That was incredible, right? Birdman was amazing. So then we walked 5 minutes outside the park. All we did, we went around the block, right? And you got your vinyl records for a couple of vinyl records for $3.
That was like practically free.
Yeah, 16 krona for priceless vinyl records. I mean,
Gonna make some crazy music out of those.
and then we went back to the park, chilled again.
But at first, when we walked through the block, we saw the homeless person sitting and sleeping.
Yeah,
I took
just
a
one
picture of it.
2 walls.
Where?
Oh yeah, you did that. Yeah, I didn't see that, but I saw your picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good?
He was sitting in front of the door, just sitting there with his
I didn't see it.
down. And
They
And
took a picture. I didn't see it until I saw her picture and stuff.
I also took some picture of those people.
because the park was so nice, and then we came around the block, and then we saw this homeless, and back to the park with, you know,
Yeah.
5 minutes in between.
It's just 5 minutes, and so many things change. I mean, big things change. It's a beautiful park, and it made me really happy that you guys felt it too. You felt it your own way, but don't you notice why the park was packed? I mean, people were there, people were sitting there, people were doing homework, people were reading books, but everybody wanted to be in that park. It's an amazing park, and it's like that all year, all the time, and it's better in the summertime.
Yeah, the one at the youth center told me that you should come back in the summertime.
Yeah, but then it's hot as hell. New York is so hot, but it's beautiful. So, youth center.
Huh?
The youth center. But before we even talk about it, what was so it was a can anybody get it right? It was a gay, lesbian, transensual, bisexual,
Youth
gender neutral
center. Everything.
youth center, right?
Human
It was,
center.
it was a human center. Were you guys nervous? Everybody was nervous before?
Yeah.
Or at least curious, or
I was nervous.
No, I was not nervous. I
Nah,
was
me
more
neither.
curious.
I was
But
nervous.
Today it was something that happened to me because I was nervous about this whole situation, and you know, I'm from my environment are like kind of homophobic. It's like it's stupid, I know, but and I'm not considering myself as a homophobic. I'm just, it was like all it's new to me, and then I started interacting with these people, and they were
Like it
like
wasn't.
beautiful people, and it was like wow.
It wasn't 1 second that hit my mind that, oh my god, they're like gay or lesbian or bi. I saw them as human beings. It didn't hit me that they were.
Next time some of my
Yeah.
friends are like,
They were
Fag or
awesome.
whatever.
We got
Seriously.
their Facebook.
We got our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, everything.
Yeah.
Even hugs, you know?
Yeah.
Even hugs.
it's funny, Patrick. You say you walked in there homophobic, and yet I looked, you were the one jumping around talking to most people.
Yeah.
You know, it's homophobic. It's all that stuff that society has placed on people. This is what I've said before, and I'm repeating myself. Society has put you in a box. Society has said gay people, lesbians, bisexual. You guys just spent, how many hours was that? We got there at 3, we left at 7:30.
Yeah.
4.5 hours.
They went by like.
It didn't, it flew.
Yeah.
That didn't feel like no 4.5 hours.
No.
Immersed in their world,
Yeah.
in their club, trapped. We weren't trapped, that's negative, but no place to go. And did anybody want to leave?
No. It was sad to say goodbye.
It was, I know, I
Yeah.
almost started crying too.
Yeah.
That's why I gave Scott such a big hug. I mean,
I had
He
to
was
give him a hug
amazing.
too.
Scott, I mean, all of them. I mean, and then they can't, you know, no hesitation with their love, no hesitation of friendliness, no, just and they were so excited to meet all of you.
Like I made
You know?
a pinky promise with Rufus. Who makes a pinky promise with a random dude? Nobody, but the love was so intense.
What's the pinky promise?
Pinky promise to do one he's.
Ah, yeah.
And you never break a pinky promise.
What was the promise?
That we'll keep in touch, and he was coming over to Norway this summer, maybe.
Rufus is coming to Norway.
He said so. I don't know.
What do you think of the class with the 3 people presenting? I thought that was brave of them.
Yeah.
Because they had never presented before, and here they are presenting to 6 people from Norway.
They were really professional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought so too. And they all had their own unique style.
You know, AJ's eyes, they sparkle. Like it was something very
AJ
special
had,
about that
yeah,
guy.
AJ had something special. Right?
Yeah.
You all felt
He
it,
was
right?
cool, he was cool.
He was.
Something when he talked.
Yeah.
There was something unique about him.
I didn't feel like he was 22.
Yeah.
He was only 22.
Yeah.
Damn.
But not all of the guys were gay though. I spoke to, for example, this one girl. I don't know, I remember
Yeah,
her
me
name.
too.
But I said like, I randomly asked her, is everybody here around here gay? And she said like, no, I'm not gay. I'm just a supporter of the
Yeah.
movement.
Hmm.
They were so open. Like when we came into the class, I was like, oh damn. But then they were like that, and they would start talking,
Yeah.
asking us questions, like open. I was like,
Everybody
whoa.
was smiling.
Yeah.
And
I
We
think
laughed.
like the reason that we connected with them is like we were already warmed up from
The class before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the class before tested me.
No,
Oh my god, I can't.
It tested me because the Lolita, Lala, what was the last one?
Layla.
Layla.
Lolita.
I knew it. La, something like that. Layla. Stop laughing.
That's a
I should have known the answer to those damn questions. Right? I'm supposed to be the supervisor of this trip, and therefore I have more worldly experience. I didn't know anything, so I felt really uncomfortable. But I complimented her. She made me feel comfortable feeling uncomfortable. She made me feel like an idiot. I just didn't know shit. Excuse my language. I mean, this is important questions. And I think it's so important what they're doing. And only 3 of them, but they made a difference. And the way I worded it at the very end, I said, you guys have changed the world. You made a global difference. All 3 were like,
Yeah, you
they were like
should-
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I saw it.
You know?
Yeah.
And you know, that was like a little gift back to them because they did. They were amazing. And the woman running that class, I thought she was really professional. She was really good at what she was doing.
I didn't know that she was like a teacher.
I thought-
She
thought
looked like one of the students.
I know.
Yeah.
But the way she was running and controlling everything, very
Yeah,
professional.
and that's something I noticed is that the teachers are like very much like a
Student.
part of the
Yeah.
student. Yeah.
Mm.
You don't feel like teacher-student relationship.
And it's amazing. Everything that thing is free. That whole organization is free.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it. I didn't know they were there. And yet they have how many different things to support you. I was really touched when he says, you know, here you have these young kids who, remember he said 12 years old? You realize at 12 years old that I'm a female when I'm actually a male, or I'm a male and I actually want to be a female. And they have that pantry with clothes where you could try on a dress and shoes for the first time in protection where people will support you. That's huge. Do you have that in Norway?
No.
I don't think we have anything. Does anybody even think that way? Like
We
that?
have like, what is it?
Nobody.
Skeiverden, but
Yeah.
it's not like this, I think.
Yeah.
What, hold up. You're saying that they're, because I didn't understand that part. They're trying out. Let's say you're if you're a boy, you're trying out skirts.
You're a
Yeah.
boy, and
Oh,
Heels
I was supposed to say like fretex and but then
No.
anything like that.
no. But think about it. You know, you realize you realize you're another sex. Do you?
I thought it was just giving away clothes.
No. It's giving away clothes, but also you realize that you actually are a girl. That's you're a girl. You're physically a boy,
Yeah.
but you're a girl. All right, and you know your parents are gonna freak out. Let's say most parents will freak out. Do you then sneak into your mom's closet when she's at work and take that risk that somebody comes home or somebody knows something? Or can you go to an organization like that where people help you pick out the right
Yeah.
clothes? And then you could actually walk around that place in the dress, in the shoes, and nobody's gonna make fun of you. And you could actually try out yourself in public. I think that's incredible. I think that's incredible. And
The craziest thing is that when you look at the buildings, it's like walls, but we don't know what is going on
inside.
inside.
Yeah. All that art.
And colder.
When we took the elevator,
And the
you
offers and the
when we took the elevator, you remember the guys talking about eating his food and we
Yeah.
started laughing. It was awesome.
You
know?
know what?
he didn't want to share his food. He told everybody to kiss his ass.
Yeah.
He was funny.
But if you're like not transsexual, but if you're just normal gay, let's say you're a gay Jew.
Yeah.
Are you considering yourself as a he or a she?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
I
weird.
didn't understand the question.
But that
she
was no.
asking.
But I thought that was beautiful because that's exactly the point.
Yeah.
And it made me think.
Yeah.
That was really hard for me to answer.
Because like
Was it?
AJ
Yeah.
that you obvious it so was gay. He was like I'm a he, and I was like what? Wasn't it the whole?
Exactly.
Wasn't that
It's-
the,
But
didn't it
what
break
what
it?
what? It's the question of who am I?
Yeah.
If he's gay, he's definitely gay, but he says I'm still a he. That's interesting as hell. And
Yeah.
then the teacher said, I'm a she, but some people call me a he. I don't care what you call me. So she considers her both a he and a she.
No, she said she's most known as a she.
Most known. But some people refer to her as a he.
Yeah.
I thought that was it. Then I said, well, then what am I? No, I'm serious. What am I? I don't know. That was profound. Because I never thought of myself as classifying he or she. I wasn't going, shit, I'm a he. Not after what they were saying.
Did you answer the question?
Yeah, I said I'm a he, but I paused.
I
Me
didn't
too.
say-
I
didn't answer the
hesitated.
question.
You didn't answer the question? Did you answer
Me
on purpose?
neither. Me neither.
No, it was not purpose.
You forgot.
I did it on purpose. I didn't know what to say, really.
Oh, so it
Because
confused you too.
No, but I weren't sure if she asked if we were interested in his or if we were. So I was like,
I got that confused. I got that.
And
You
then,
got-
and then when I don't know who started it. I think it was you.
I got
No, I
that
think it was
confused too.
no, it was Presa. Presa said I'm a she, so I was like, ha.
Like I hesitated. I was like, what was
It's
actually the answer? No, the
That's-
question.
it's
So
also-
I
What was
just
she asking
passed.
about?
I passed.
It's a
didn't
profound
know
question.
what to
I
say.
understood the question, but.
But that part wasn't so hard for me to answer because not that I was like oh I'm a he, but it was like I know gender.
But I don't think it's like
I know that
gender.
I'm not a girl. What's up?
It wasn't about gender.
No.
No, that was it. It wasn't at all. It was a deeper level than that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a hardcore question.
Really interesting.
Yeah, it was
I
really
didn't-
interesting.
Yeah, I didn't mean gender, but I know like that part of myself.
Let me ask you this. Just as we gave hugs and we said goodbye, if you were asked that question again at that moment,
I don't know.
I'm sure where our minds were, we all would have said, oh,
I see what you
no.
did
Yeah.
Oh, no. I mean, when we were in the room with the, what was that? I forgot what that room was called. They were called
Family room? No.
there. The art.
The art room.
Art. Yeah, some art room. When we were in there,
But I also
The
had a
purple?
room where
before the
there were-
purple,
Oh, it was the C something. The
C cat, I don't know.
yeah.
But what I was so impressed with, and I said it before, was that they ran by the pizza
Yeah.
and ran to each one of you.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there with Scott saying, magic is happening. He's going, it's incredible.
Mm.
We both were worried. We didn't know what would happen. They had never tried this before. They never had outside people come in and just randomly throw them into a class.
Mm.
But Scott and I, since we're former, classmates,
Yeah.
back before you guys were sperm,
Good way to put it.
I and Mara, we was talking to Unique, the girl with the green hair.
What
Was
was
it
that her
unique?
name?
Yeah,
it was really
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah.
You did.
She was funny.
Really.
Yeah,
She was funny.
She.
Like talking Norwegian.
She was very open.
Yeah, really open, and she told us that she likes everybody. She could have feelings for transsexual,
Yeah.
bisexual, girls,
She
men,
was so
Straight.
I liked her attitude.
females. Yeah,
It didn't matter. She
No
just
matter.
loved life.
Yeah, she was talking and talking.
And she also talked about it took many years to find out who she was. Like first she was a rock girl, then a
Yeah,
punk girl,
yeah.
then a
She was like, you can't
Blonde
answer that
girl.
question who you are because you always change.
yeah, exactly.
So you got advice from somebody.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she's 22,
Wow.
21?
21.
22.
She was
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
21.
21.
What?
Wow.
We got shocked, we're like,
Yeah,
no.
and she was so small.
Yeah.
She looks like she was at our age.
She's experimented. She's gone through all those different things, and she's only
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
That's an amazing girl.
Really, she looked
Only
like Nicki
21, I thought
Minaj.
she was
That's-
19.
Yeah, he's still
exactly.
16.
And I was
Who's
thinking
Nicki
about
Minaj?
this to us.
Mom is like living in Minaj.
She got a big butt.
I wasn't staring at Unique's butt.
I was talking about Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
bro.
sorry. What did you say now?
Awkward moment.
Oh, what did Unique say at the end? Oh, let's just all stand here and feel awkward. I thought that was great. But I mean, she's figured out how to be completely open with life.
Yeah.
She's 100% love,
Yeah.
right?
And 100%
And
real.
she's 21. How many people in Norway you met that just like radiating love like she is?
None.
None, right? Or maybe say
And
one.
the other guy.
At 21 though?
Jay?
You're talking about
Yeah, the-
white boy?
No, yeah.
Yeah,
He
was.
He's Spanish.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was the coolest guy ever.
Yeah.
He was
What?
also very
Yeah.
open.
First I thought
Which
he
one
was
of them?
That's
Ja,
funny.
med orange
shirt.
Oh
Big
yeah.
difference.
Yeah,
He was awesome.
He was,
Yeah.
he was amazing. Yeah.
So I guess you guys had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the one. I don't remember her name though. When she said that I told you on the subway. When she said they are closing schools, but they're
Yeah.
still keeping the prisons.
Yeah, that was the
That was
queen.
the
The queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, she called herself the
Yeah,
queen.
the
Yeah.
queen.
shit.
She was a really good person.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when she said that, I was like, wow.
It's true though.
Yeah.
So I mean, there was a lot of lessons that you guys learned today.
Yeah.
But the one I want to, one to know, just we make it an early evening because we got a long day tomorrow. But the biggest one, and this is not saying this is the most important, but this is the one that I want you to always remember the most. Never, ever, ever judge anyone. Ever. Did you not learn that today?
Yeah.
If you'd have judged and said, no, I'm not going up that elevator, I don't want to go do that, what you'd have missed today? You guys got friends for life.
Yeah.
Amazing people.
Amazing people. These are kids your age.
Yeah.
Your age. Look what they've gone through. Remember with Scott's stories when he started the whole thing? 12-year-olds who are homeless. By the way, do you realize you guys get to go to bed in a bed in this beautiful hotel? A lot of those people that we just met, They're in that park sleeping there tonight?
Yeah.
I saw that this one girl, she was walking around with her backpack and it was tepid on both
Perfect.
sides.
Yeah, with her boyfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Italy.
think so.
Yeah.
She walked
Yeah.
she walked past us when we were at
They were
home.
so cute.
Yeah.
She's sleeping in the park.
Both
Yeah.
of them were homeless, and
Yeah.
they were like boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
But the kids in the class we were interacting with, they wasn't homeless.
We don't know that. You don't know that. They all said they wish they had jobs.
Yeah.
Only one of them told me he had a job. He's had a job at this juice store for
It
7
was Tiger.
years.
The
Tiger,
last
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But none of all the rest of them said they don't have jobs.
Mm.
You know how lucky we are right now? Some of them are thinking about you right now while they're putting out a cardboard box, or they're sitting in the same bench that we sat at during the day. They're at that bench now saying, well, it's time to go to bed. What's the difference between them and you? Same age. They got tons more challenges. They're bisexual, transvestite. I get confused with all of it.
Mm.
And now they go to sleep on a park bench. You get to go to sleep in a hotel. What right do you have to feel sorry for yourselves? That's the perspective I want you to have. You just spending the last half hour saying how beautiful they were, how amazing they are, and how excited you are. And they're just as excited right now on a park bench.
I hope we are going back. Really.
I don't know if we have time.
But like the thing is, okay, they're sleeping in the park, but we are foreigners and we came and we gave them respect.
Yes.
They give us respect, and that's
Absolutely.
a good feeling they can.
But I want you to know
sleep.
where
Yeah.
they are right now.
Yeah. I understand you. I feel you.
Feel them.
Mm.
It ain't right. Not in my book. That was a lot of love. We talk about how there's a lot of love in that city. That room was lit. Lit with love. They didn't judge you. They didn't judge any of us. As soon as you guys came in, they were like, ooh, Norwegians! And they just attacked you. And then they went down to sleeping on the bench. 1 or 2 of them. Let's hope it's only 1 or 2. Let's hope it's none.
And
But-
me and Marcus asked Unique and the other guy, what was your first impression of us? And they were like, we thought that you were not going to talk to us. and
Yeah,
we thought,
I don't. That we were holding back something. And
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they didn't feel that by the time you left.
No.
You gotta remember, they don't even know what Norway is. So a bunch of them said, Norway?
Yeah, I know.
Nothing. But does that make them bad people?
No.
Wouldn't those people in that
They
room?
That's what Norway is. They gotta kill. Take care
Like
of
the
their
girl,
life.
like the how is it in Norwegian?
Yeah. I mean,
It was.
she was trying.
Layla.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Layla.
I will never forget Layla.
Yeah.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
Any one of those people we saw today, if they were in Norway, I think they would contribute to the whole country.
Mm.
They're amazing people.
What does contribute mean?
Give to. Hjälpa. It's never judge. Never judge. Why are
Yeah.
people homophobic? Why? It's such a waste, isn't it? Look at that. Look at it. If we'd have been homophobic, what we would have lost today? We'd have lost on a huge life experience.
Mm.
All that love would have been out of our lives. No one judged you.
Mm.
They warmed you. They embraced you. You don't get that.
And the sick thing is like one of the biggest goals for many of these guys are just like to get a home
Yeah.
and a roof over their head.
Or-
Exactly. What we take for granted
Yeah.
is their dream.
But they also trying to help out others.
Yeah.
Like they know that there are others struggling with the same thing, and they want to help them. Not that they experience
They
the
wanna
same
give
thing.
back.
Yeah, it was one of the guys. He said that his passion was to help other people. Rufus.
But they can't
Yeah.
even help themselves, and they want to help others.
Yeah.
Like the girl wanted to help
I don't
sex
remember her
trafficking
name.
case.
Exactly.
What's her name again?
Unique was the one with the sex
Yeah.
trafficking.
Yeah.
No,
And-
that was.
And she
that
had
was
so
the-
much.
No.
That was the
That-
queen.
That was the queen.
The
That was the queen.
queen.
The queen.
Yeah,
And I felt rude, and that was the last time I opened my mouth in that room, because when I asked her, what are the age of the sex trafficking? And she said
5. That was crazy.
5 years old
They can
in
barely
New York City
talk.
is where you sell your kid.
That's like kindergarten children.
My little brother is 5 years old.
And they just closed down, she said, 34th Street and 7th Avenue. So we're on 7th Avenue now in 56.
Yeah.
So if we walk down that way, you remember when we went down to Times Square?
Yeah.
If we would have kept on going 8 more blocks, you know how short those blocks are?
Mhm.
8 more, we'd have been at the building where they were selling, you could buy a
Huh?
You could
I
buy
can't.
Is it
5
like
more.
official?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even say
That's
it.
why
Is
she
the
pointed
sex
out that.
trafficking like official?
Yes.
It's a house where they
Yeah, and they closed it down.
Huh?
That's what she said.
Wow.
and
Right here.
Like they
And the
sell
police are
the
no-
children or what?
They sell, the sexual favors. You want to have sex with a
Yes.
5-year-old? Go in that room. Give me money.
Oh.
Yo, that's
Just take the one.
This is sex trafficking.
Why doesn't the police do anything?
Well, they did. They closed down. They closed that down, but it's all over the place.
they're doing
What is
it.
her goal in life? To stop sex
Sex
trafficking
trafficking.
in New York City,
Mm.
and she knows it's an impossible task. 5.
That's-
I got a whole bunch of issues with that. I have issues with the people who go in there and say, I want to, I can't even say it. It's, then I believe I have the right to kill somebody.
Mm.
I'm not supposed to kill anybody. Somebody do that to a 5-year-old? I have one issue with that. The other issue I have, what parent sold their 5-year-old?
That's great.
That's the other side of the story that I'm pissed off about.
But isn't some people kidnap kids
And that too.
Yep. Yeah.
So she said it starts at 5 and goes up. I mean, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8. I mean, this is,
disgusting.
and this is, this is the dark side. And they know a lot more about that stuff than we'll ever know. And let's be honest, they gave us a lot more love than we were possible to give them today. We tried, but
I think if we had stayed here a little bit longer, they would have opened up more, and we would have experienced like a darker side.
Yeah.
just remember one thing, because I was, in one way, I was them when I was a kid. Because I'm from the same neighborhood as them.
Mm.
That's why I said I'm from Delancey and FDR. They're like, oh, you're one of us. Yeah. I never met anybody outside my projects. It would have been the most exciting thing in the world for me if I'd have met somebody from Norway. Because then I was telling Scott, I said, Scott, your kids tomorrow or tonight, they're going to tell all their friends, I met somebody from Norway. And they do this, and they said this, and they said that. The same way you're sitting and telling stories about them is even more for us, because we don't have anything. We don't come from anything. We don't meet anybody.
Did he say that?
Huh? This is what's going to happen. This is what we did when we were kids. So you guys gave them a gift. They met somebody from Norway. That's a big deal, because they're never going to get out the city. The best they can do is keep going back to that community center. They ain't got jobs, they said that. That one guy had a job, nobody else did. So you gave them a gift, so you did give them something, and you did give them dignity, and you did give them respect. And what did I talk about last night? You want respect?
You give respect.
You give respect. And when you gave them respect, what you got back? And tons of love. I mean, that's powerful. Never judge. Never, ever,
It was the
ever
one thing we never
judge.
Like I got more love from people I met for 2 hours than
People at school.
Yeah.
Never, ever judge. Do you all hear me?
Yeah.
Ever. You have no excuse ever to judge anybody, ever again, especially after tonight. Look at all the issues and everything. Yeah, no one of them are sleeping on the bench now. Don't ever judge anybody. Ever. You can't. And if you do, you should be disgusted with yourself. Those kids have all the challenges ahead of them. Everything. Come on, don't disrespect them. Always think about them. And then communicate with them on Facebook. I think the conversations you're going to have with them on Facebook will keep you laughing till you're old. Because I know a bunch of them are going to be funny as hell. And then the pictures they'll probably post to Facebook.
I just wish we could have taken pictures
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
But I don't think all of them were poor because one of them had an iPad and
They got iPhones.
mobile phone.
Poor people always have a lot of material stuff, and they're still poor. It's a very bizarre thing. You go to the projects, they got 50-inch plasma TVs, they got a
But how
BMW
can
downstairs,
they
but they got
afford
no
it?
food in the house.
How can they afford the TVs?
If there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Not everything's done according to the law.
Underground stuff.
You know, I take care of you, you take care of me.
Brotherhood.
I had a neighbor. He worked in a furniture store, and other neighbor worked in a TV store. So, one guy told him, he says, you know, I need a new sofa and a table and stuff for my house. Hook me up. And the guy said, I need a big flat screen TV, and I need another TV for my mother who's sick, and then you put one in her bedroom. You hook me up. And in the course of 1 year, they both had it in their head, and one day when the boss was away from the TV guy, and he had his car in the store, took it all into his car, gave it to the guy. The other guy, within that year, everything worked out perfect. He took all the furniture that the neighbor needed, and they swapped. If there's a will, there's a way. You took care of your neighbor, you took care of your friend, you both got all the things you ever wanted. It makes sense, doesn't it? It's wrong according to the law, but you took care of each other. That's what does Scott say? Be careful with your camera. It's not that they want to steal, but they got to eat. That's another profound statement for the day. I don't want to hurt you, but I have to because I have to eat. So give me your money. Imagine being mugged with somebody telling you that. I really don't want to mug you, and I don't want to hurt you, but I have to eat, so please give me your money. If you don't, I have to hurt you, because I have to eat. What do you do? That's what Scott was saying. These people we met in that room, they have to steal the camera. They don't have a job, they have to eat. They love you, you saw the love, they have to steal the camera. Have you ever been put in that situation where you have to steal something to eat?
No.
Don't ever judge. There's 1,000 things you learned today, but that's the one you cannot ever go back on. The second you judge and you go, and you don't talk to someone, or you miss out on a life opportunity, you miss out on opportunity, it could have been that life opportunity like you had today. Because I believe Rufus will show up in Oslo. It may not be next year, but trust me, when those people say they're going to try something, they're going to try it. I am so happy about today. It was one massive roll of the dice. Because every day is a roll of the dice with this thing.
But I've never been into a room with so much love. It was crazy. Like nobody didn't want to leave. It was like, no.
I know.
Stay.
And I started crying when they said that. That was a little bit too much. I mean, because it's perfect. Who knows? Let's call it a night here.
Tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
Tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Hopefully we have another amazing day. Who knows? We don't know. Take your cameras. East New York. It's another interesting neighborhood. But then the evenings it's going to be very beautiful, very scenic. I mean, it's going to touch you.
Is it cold when we were eating? Can I like put on shorts or something?
Me too. It's supposed to be 26 degrees tomorrow.
Is it 26
Well,
tomorrow?
I can check it out now.
Oh, God.
What's up?
Like it's
No,
cold
last
in the
time.
morning.
It's March in New York. It's supposed to be cold as hell.
Yeah,
I'm
last
happy
time we
with it.
checked it was 26 or something.
24 degrees.
Lord. All right.
Everybody, we are wearing summer clothes tomorrow.
Yeah, look.
Maybe gonna get another.
Tomorrow don't go to shorts. We're going to a school. Is there a school day? Wear pants. You have to.
Okay.
It's a school. You don't want to disrespect them and show up in shorts, right?
Okay, man, can we brought the shorts and then can we wear them on when we're going to eat
You
dinner?
can switch if you like, whatever, yeah. But don't wear shorts to the school.
Yeah, bro.
You don't know what,
Yeah.
give respect to get respect, right? But then the evenings will be quite nice, and we have a very nice restaurant and all that good stuff. It's gonna be, well, I hope to be another good day. But don't ever forget about today. Don't forget about the day before yesterday. I mean, these are gifts. These are gifts.
Amazing.
I love it.
And remember, and I've said it and I keep on saying it, you're 6 out of 1,000 that get to experience this. Don't forget all the messages and all the time everybody's giving to all of you. It's amazing. It's New York. Have a good night. 8 o'clock in the reception, which means for the guys,
Yeah.
I'll start with myself.
Yeah.
We're always on time.
Are we the
Girls
loudest?
are on
Huh?
time.
Are we the loudest?
No, we
Yeah.
never get credit.
Are you
Are we the
the
baddest?
worst?
The worst?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I'm like an 8:03 guy. You guys are like a quart over 8. And the girls are like 10 to 8. No, 5 to 8. We'll give you that much
You get-
credit. The bottom line is, would it go back to Applebee's because they serve this so quick?
Yeah.
If we go to the other place, I don't know how long it's gonna take. So
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind. And that way we're on the train at 9. All right? Recharge your cameras and empty out the memory. Blog tonight. You got a lot to blog. A day like today, you got to blog.
Yeah, of
Come on,
course.
right?
Of course.
Everybody's got tons of film. Put up the pictures because
Yeah.
people want to know. Your parents want to know. Your friends want to know. My friends want to know. My kids, they criticize everything. More, Papa. You know. People are watching, and I've sent you the live stream link to as many people as I know. So
I posted on my Facebook status.
Yeah.
yeah, people are watching. All right, so don't disappoint them as well.
Yeah.
Especially people in Norway, they really want to know, and they're being touched by what you're experiencing. So share. It's your right. The least you could do. Okay, you go to bed a half hour later, but how many people are you touching? How many people are depending upon and are excited about what you got to say and show? Don't let them down. All right.
Yeah, bro.
Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow. All right.
Good night.
Night.
Good night, Thomas.